Hey y'all, welcome and welcome back to my channel. Chantel here. Thank you for joining today. If you're a newbie on my channel and by any chance you like what you see already, please do well to subscribe. Also, don't forget to turn on that bell icon so each time I post new content, you're one of the first to be notified. Alrighty, thank you so much. That you all are here for the tea, the hot tea. I never knew there would come a day where I will film this sort of video here on my channel, but it is what it is and I'm not mad at it. I know you can already tell from the title. I'll be sharing with you why I waited till 30 plus to finally get married, to say yes to somebody, to tie the knot, whatever word you want to use. If you're a newbie here, I recently got engaged. I'll leave that video in the card so you can go update yourself. All right, with that being said, I don't want any pity comments in the comment section. Okay, I'm good. I'm way past whatever it is I'm going to be sharing in this video. Secondly, this video is in no way insinuating that what some people tag early marriage is wrong, because obviously at this point, to some people, getting married at 30 plus automatically translates to an old woman with walking stick that just decided to settle. Let's just leave that there. Let me just throw it on the table and leave it there and move on. Marriage has never been my only goal. It still isn't. So here are some of the reasons why I decided to get to this point in my life before saying yes. The first one is I had to take time to deal with my childhood trauma. Coming from a broken home, that really messed me up mentally. I don't know what it feels like having a dad and mom under one roof. Yeah, that's my reality and it's okay. That's why I said I don't want any pity me comments. All right, even worse, because I'm a girl, who could I possibly speak to about my issues? I had to just navigate them on my own. Therapy wasn't popular back then, and even if it was, it would have been expensive, or so I thought. Thanks to today's video sponsor, BetterHelp, I found out that I was wrong all along. For those who don't know, BetterHelp is a multimodal digital psychotherapy platform that offers you licensed therapists who are trained to listen, evaluate, and aid you in dealing with numerous life challenges. They also help you improve better cognitive and emotional skills. One thing I really love about BetterHelp is how easy it is to sign up and how streamlined the process of getting you matched to a therapist is. You get complete access to over 20,000 master's or PhD level therapists. All you need to do is fill up a questionnaire that recognizes your needs, and in less than 48 hours, you are paired with a therapist that fits the bill. You can schedule a therapy session at your own convenience, which is amazing, and no need to worry about it not being private because communication is done on a classified online domain. You can choose to either communicate with your therapist via video call, voice call, or live chat messaging, which again is leaving it totally up to what you're comfortable with. Any and everything you share with your therapist on BetterHelp is fully confidential. And if probably at any time you're not vibing well with your therapist, then you can request for a change and they will assign one to you at no additional cost. BetterHelp, with the assistance of their licensed therapists, have helped over 3 million people take charge of their mental health. I'm somewhere in that number. Because my session with my therapist, Sherry, just made me see this concern of mine in a very different light. Like, she just made me see things from a different perspective. Basically, it was exactly what I needed. So comforting. I just felt like someone could totally relate to what I was talking about, and the notion I had about therapy being only for the rich was quickly dispersed from my brain, because with BetterHelp, there's a range that suits every purse. The cool thing I got to find out is that regardless of your subscription level, you get to enjoy the perks of any level. You are accorded the same benefit. But with my code, you get to save an additional 10% off your first month using the link you see on your screen right now, https://betterhelp.com/Chantel, Chantel. I'll leave same hyperlink in my description box. All you need to do is just click on it and you're redirected to BetterHelp. Do well to check BetterHelp out. This is no hoax. You would really benefit from it. So like I said, I had nobody to talk to. Being a child, it didn't bother me so much. Being a teen, it didn't bother me a lot. I mean, I had surplus of everything. While in boarding school, my mom would come and visit me. My dad would come and visit me. Double of everything, from provision to money. I was balling, right? Little did I know that I had something in front waiting for me. Fast forward to early uni days, I would play back discussions I had with both parents individually, and it never made a lot of sense to me. This person is telling you this thing, the other person is telling you something else, and they were never pretty. So in my head, I'm like, why do I need to put my kids through same? It's just best I stay on my own and everybody will be all right. I never attached myself to anybody. You know that stage growing up where every girl or most girls see themselves as a bride. They already envisage themselves in that pretty white dress. They have the white veil and all. I never thought of anything like that. That was never my thing. I never saw myself in the future getting married. Like I mentioned, my childhood trauma shaped me up into this person that I wasn't ready to settle with anybody. Even when my friends started getting married, I never for one day wished it was me, to be honest. I'm like, ooh, all well and good. I wish you all the best, but it can never be me. I had some good relationships and some really annoying ones, but for one day, it never occurred to me that this person should be my husband, or I would love this person to be my husband. Nah, that was never my case. Even one time when one of them wanted to get married to me, like he told me his intentions, and it was like an automatic switch just went off in my head, and I started self-sabotaging. I'm like, no, I don't need this, and we just went our separate ways. Because like I mentioned, I never wanted to go through what my parents went through. If you ask me, I believe they were young, they were in love, and somewhere along the line, things just started to crumble, and they did not just know how to repair it or sort it out. My coping mechanism throughout this period was just never attaching myself to somebody. It took me knowing Jesus Christ, like really knowing him for who he is in my life, to know that my parents' case can never be my case. And I decided to start letting go and embracing the good things that people come to my life for. I had to work on my mindset as well. It would have been very unfair of me to go into marriage with the demons I was carrying from my past and go and attach it to somebody that is innocent. That would have just been the greatest mistake I would have made. So I decided to work on myself before getting into marriage. And I can say that right now I'm a totally different person. My perspective has changed. A lot of things have changed for good in that department. I've heard all sorts. Someone has legit said to me that those that come from broken homes automatically have a broken marriage. And to me, back then, it made a lot of sense. But right now, it is nonsense in caps. The number two reason why I decided to wait until 30 plus to get married is I had to work on my self-worth. I was never always this confident, even though I wasn't timid, right? I knew deep down that if I had to get married, my self-confidence, my self-love has to be on point. So that inside the marriage, I don't lose the only thing I have control over, which is me. I've seen it happen over and over again to some people, and I didn't want that to be my lot at all. So I started by first loving every inch and fiber of my being and my body, telling myself the truth in any circumstance. Yes, I'm that type of girl that talks to herself, and I don't tell myself a lie or sugarcoat things just to make me feel better. Nah, that can never be me with myself. I give myself daily affirmations from the Bible and also positive quotes. Like, it's just a give and take situation. If I'm good, it will certainly trickle on my marriage. I never wanted to be that wife that her happiness is dependent on her husband. No, that's just undue pressure on somebody's son. If I'm being honest, I want their appreciation and love to be the icing on the cake. I wanted to be the perfect example for my kids in terms of confidence and self-love. So when they look at me and they get into the world, they know that they are enough and nobody can tell them otherwise. I decided to learn what I like and what I don't like, and also be in a position where I can make a stable decision concerning myself and my family. The third point is I wanted to have some assets to my name. Yes, I did not want to go into marriage broke. Some cash to my name before entering somebody's son's house. My finances or source of income had to be intact first. My intention was never to be that type of wife that goes to her husband for cream, for toothpaste, for slippers. If I see a shoe or a bag or a dress or whatever I like and I can afford it, I'm not waiting for no man to get it for me. I am going to purchase it by myself. That's the level I wanted to get to before getting married. Again, marriage is a yo-yo. Like, sometimes it's up, sometimes it's down. Sometimes the wife has to carry the weight in the home. I didn't want to be in that situation where, for instance, the chips are low and I can't carry my family. Not every time daddy this and daddy that. I wanted to be that parent to my kids where they can actually be their chest and say, oh, mommy held the fort this time. Mommy did this for me. Mommy did this major thing in the house. And we just keep it rolling. In simple terms, I just had to be better off financially before getting married. The fourth point is I wanted to marry a friend. A friend is different from a lover. In case you don't know it now. When you have both in one person, my darling, you're winning. I'm a very attractive woman, so guys come to me a lot. No gimmicks here. Guys come to me a lot. But in recent times, like when I finished working on myself in terms of the first point, I never got to that position where I saw them as my friends until I met this person I'm with. So I wanted to be with my friend and someone who is equally my lover. I don't want to cuddle and be loving up all day. I'm not that type of person. Sometimes I want you to be my G. I want you to play with me. So yeah, that's the fourth reason why I decided to wait. The fifth point is I wanted to be more mature first. More mature in every area of my life first. At this point in my life, there are a lot of things I can compromise on. There are a lot of things I can overlook. That wouldn't have been the case a few years prior. This point is actually self-explanatory. Like, I really wanted to be mature. You can't get into marriage without learning to compromise on certain things. You can't delve into marriage without overlooking some things. So I wanted to get to that point in my life first before getting into marriage. The sixth point for me is I had to let go of the societal stereotypical expectations first. What I mean by that is my work as a woman in the house is not just to pop out babies. My work as a woman in the house is not just to cook meals. My work as a woman is not just to clean the house. I have other important things that I can bring to the marriage than just the societal stereotypical expectations. I needed someone who was willing to push me to get more things, who was willing to push me to go out there and achieve more, who would encourage me to improve on my career. I've legit had conversations with some guys and they're like, "Ooh, when I get married, my wife is not going to be doing anything. She's just going to be in the house and take care of the house. It's just like clockwork, basically." As sweet as that might sound to some people, I actually find this sexist and misogynistic. I never wanted to be in that situation, hence my waiting to get married. The seventh reason why I had to wait to 30 plus to get married was I really needed to know who I was. We all know that your 20s are about experimenting and evolving, and boy, I definitely did all of that. This Chantel Kelechi Anyanwu is way different from the Chantel Kelechi Anyanwu in her 20s. I'm way more secure in myself, and that was one of the things I needed before getting married. Eighth on my list is that I needed to be comfortable enough knowing that to love is to give, to love is to help. You can comfortably rely on someone that you love. Because I'm the type of person that is not used to asking people for help, that's kind of a disadvantage in marriage because your partner is willing to go all out for you. But if you're the type of person that is not comfortable enough receiving help from people, it can cause problems. I never ask people for things. I'd rather do for you. And even when people go out of their way to do things for me, I feel like I owe them something in return. I had to work on that first. In fact, I'm still working on it because in marriage, that will not fly at all. Lastly, to crown it all, I had to wait because I had to wait. Age is literally nothing but a number to me. And in my opinion, it's not something to base your future off of. Just listen to your gut and do what you're fine and happy with. Yes, y'all, those are the 9 points. Those are the 9 reasons I decided to wait to 30 plus to get married. If you're in your 30s or just generally, you're someone who is feeling stressed, you're anxious, you're overwhelmed, or you're just plain depressed, today's sponsor, BetterHelp, is readily available to assist you. All the details are in my description box. Just click on it and you'll be redirected to their website or your app store to download the app. I would suggest that you download the app. That way it's easier to keep track of everything and you just have a very seamless process with BetterHelp. Thank you so much, BetterHelp, for sponsoring this video. If you enjoyed watching, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Leave your comments in the comment section. If there's anything you felt I would have added, you can also do that in the comment section. Now, for all of you, that group, that gang that always thinks that people that are not married before 30, they are doing something wrong, or they are suffering, or they just want to settle, that's why they decided to get married. Think again, because there are so many other things, I keep saying it, that surpass marriage. Marriage is not the end of it all, please, okay? All right, if you feel like somebody is even pressurizing you to get into marriage, or in general just do something that you're not comfortable enough with, don't do it, I beg of you, so that you don't end up regretting. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next one. Bye, y'all.
Go on a fast